Around 2 years ago, I was like, living this average life, playing a bunch of video games, jerking off to porn. I mean, my video game addiction was like the most of the other addictions that I've ever had. Like, I sometimes reach 9 hours of gaming at average. I mean, 9 hours of gaming is like the average for me. Like it was like that. Now everything changed. By treating those addictions, I was completely wrong about it. I was thinking, from the, um, I was just thinking that from the first step of quitting an addiction, I basically like delete the game, or delete the app that I was using to jerk off to from the start. And I always failed. And maybe you did the same and you failed too. In this video, I'm going to tell you the best methods to actually treat an addiction. And this video is basically how to treat your addiction correctly so you can overcome it. Step 1, think about the good habits. Most of you don't really get that. What basically makes us relapse or grow the addiction is basically we overthink about the addiction itself. For example, day 25, it's gonna be a disaster if I'll relapse or whatever. Instead of to forget that you do those bad habits, think about the good habits instead. Think about your progress in the gym. How do you do at meditating? How good are you at journaling? Maybe how are you doing in your business or school? Think about the good habits and the good stuff more often. The second step is the V method, which seriously helped me. V method is basically V stands for visualizing long term, which is basically instead of thinking about the current moment right now, about the addiction or goal, maybe it works with everything. Instead, think about, for the next week or 2 weeks or for the next of the whole month. So instead of doing this streak type of method where most of people who are on nofap do it, instead do the V method. Basically, think. For example, we're gonna put this smoking addict, and he wants to quit smoking. Basically, what he should do with the V method. For example, let's say for the month, the average the average packs that he smokes in a month, let's say 2 packs. So we're gonna reduce it, let's say, by half. Not the actual half, remove 1 pack. No, we're gonna have one of the packs. So it's gonna be a pack and a half. What he can do for the next month is he can smoke, but he can't smoke over a pack and a half. So he'll be he's gonna get that idea that he should smoke a bit less, even though he can smoke a pack and a half. But he won't feel bad if he'll smoke less than a pack and a half during the month. What this does is basically you see the amount of difference between the months, and it's gonna feel easy for you. Oh, just reducing it by a half pack, that's a very easy thing to do. So trust me, If you want to learn about the V method, there's a free video. You can find it on YouTube in the description below. And if you want to get more advanced uh, educational courses, maybe you can check out my online course on Fever. It's also in the description. The third way to actually like on how to treat or overcome an addiction is be more to the productive. You have to be more productive. What makes you do these bad habits is basically you have nothing to do. So try to make a try to make your daily routine as productive as possible. Find those good habits, where to put them, and obsess over it. So obsess over it until like you get to the point where you don't need to check the check the timetable. You will automatically like you start to know where and at what time you need to do that thing. The fourth way is improve mindfulness and gratitude. The most problem that makes us do the bad habit is lack of mindfulness and a bad vision to the world, which is lack of gratitude. To improve your mindfulness, you gotta meditate and you got journaling as well. What seriously helps me is when I like think about a bad habit, I go and journal it. I basically write down everything that I think, like every word that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna write it down about the same thought. For example, like I sometimes think about fapping. I grab down my journal and I start writing down why am I thinking about it. Um, I've been doing this and that. Like you're gonna start to write down what you think automatically. And to increase your gratitude, basically write down gratitude letters or sentences, or make some gratitude journaling daily. The fifth step, which most of people get wrong, think positively when you fail or relapse. I still don't understand why people feel bad when they relapse or fail. The smart people who actually can quit an addiction are smiling after literally jerking off to porn 3 times. Do you know why? Because instead of like feeling bad, oh I'm a loser, I relapsed, I shouldn't have done that or whatever. Instead, they go, okay, what made me relapse? Why did I relapse? They basically ask this to themselves. Why did I relapse? And so what they can do about that is basically they try to get away from the reason that made them relapse. Like that's it. Boom, you just got away from a reason that made you relapse because you just thought positively to the situation instead of like feeling bad or feeling like a loser. Those ways seriously helped me, like, and I wish that someone actually told me that all those types of no-fap videos, those fake ass bullshit, tell you the secret strategy of no-fap or the secret strategy to overcome an addiction. They always get it wrong. Like they didn't even start no-fap. They just post about it. Yeah, I really wish that someone actually told me that before. But if you like didn't know those steps, you actually clicked on the right video. You don't have to click on another NoFap video because this video, it's like it's maybe 11 minutes, but like it has everything that you need to do to overcome an addiction. Your actionable step is basically check on those steps or methods that I've just said and use it for the next week. Maybe you can use two methods or three methods or all of them if you can. Um, and try it for the next week. Like if you're having struggles with some type of addiction, you can use one of these methods and they'll actually do some progress with you. Always believe that you're making progress every day by just thinking about that. Okay, I'm on self-improvement, I gotta quit this type of addiction. That's progress. But when you just think about it and not do anything, that's called basically consuming. Like you basically did nothing if you just watched this video and you did nothing about it. Maybe I post daily, but genuinely I don't really recommend watching me daily because that counts as consuming. I really recommend that like every you can watch me daily, but you got you gotta like learn from what you've just watched. Like you gotta try it out. This video is about how to overcome an addiction. You're gonna try to overcome any type of addiction, like if you're struggling with one. The last video was about gratitude journaling. I really like recommend. I don't recommend, like you must do something about what you've just watched. Like you gotta give yourself some actionable steps, even if I didn't give you any in the video. So don't really consume about don't really consume content. Don't even consume mine. Like if you're watching most of the like those educational videos, and same as school, they give you homeworks, right? They give you homework about the lesson. Give yourself some actionable steps to do after watching the educational video. And trust me, like your progress on self-improvement will be much better if you just watch daily for the sake of gaining knowledge or whatever. I hope that this video helped you. See you soon.